The Royal Rumble's coming up, isn't it? How about that? How does everybody feel about the Royal Rumble right now?
What do you mean right now? Do you mean like because of the title being on the line?
Yeah, well, what are your predictions? What do you think? How do you think it's gone? Do you think it's a good? This whole storyline's working out okay, or I think it's been a bit of a mess, but
well, it's a bit just like put too fast. It's like built together too fast. Sort of thing. It's like it's all through together very quickly.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Still interesting though.
What do you think? Who do you think's going to win the Rumble now? Then, now that Roman Reigns is defending the belt inside the Rumble.
Lesnar, Brock.
Oh, Lesnar, Brock.
I
think it'll be Triple H.
Triple H.
I was thinking Triple H, but me and Dylan discussed this. We don't think that Triple H will hold the title for that long.
No, I don't see the point of that. I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna do Roman Reigns versus Triple H at WrestleMania. And now that they've put the belt on Roman and that he has to defend it in the Royal Rumble itself, I feel like that means he's just going to win the Rumble. And then after that, Triple H is going to come back and go, oh, well, you still need somebody to fight at WrestleMania. Why don't you fight me, bitch? And then, bingo, that's how they lock that in.
I think Triple H is definitely going to be an entrant in it.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Huh?
I don't know about that.
I can't see him being in it if he's not going to win.
Exactly.
You think? Well, what I've thought is Triple H just gets a group of people to take Roman out.
Yeah.
Or else, I just want to see him go badass and just take Roman out himself. Like maybe just sledgehammer or something.
You want to see Triple H? Are you interested in Triple H versus Roman Reigns?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not sure because it's going to be one of those put people in the seats match more than anytime one of the legends come back now, it just feels like it's a filler or like a money scheme. You know, which it all is, but it's really like a big attraction, just the legends like wrestling.
Yeah.
But if Triple H was serious and wanted to do a bit of work, then yeah, I'd love to see Triple H back.
Yeah, but then that would mean Triple H would have to become heavyweight champion again.
That would cool.
I don't see the point though. I mean, now he's an off camera kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like he's not really a wrestler anymore. I feel it doesn't help anybody if he comes back and wins the title straight off the bat. That doesn't. Who does that help other than Triple H? I don't think that's.
Nations help him win the title, and then that could be his little proof. Push them.
No, I'm sick of Triple H. I'm sick of Triple H needing a team or like the authority. I just want Triple H to go badass solo.
Yeah, but
the storyline that they're in now for him to just suddenly not want help from anyone.
That wouldn't make any sense.
No, but WWE doesn't make sense. So
that is true. Yeah. They don't make a whole lot of sense, man. I don't know. This whole Triple H thing I feel like is a mess because Triple H coming back, like you said earlier, at WrestleMania they bring back all the big kind of legends and they have these big one-off matches. So either we're gonna have a one-off match, which Roman Reigns definitely wins, which he needs to if he's gonna make himself look like a good champion, or you have Triple H winning for no reason, and he just comes back and goes, "Yeah, you beat the fuck out of me, but now I beat you at WrestleMania, and I did everything that the League of Nations couldn't do." You know, this band of active wrestlers who are supposed to be your main event, they couldn't beat you, but I could, and I haven't. You know, last time I wrestled was last WrestleMania.
But in wrestling terms, that never. I mean, realistically, when wrestlers come back from injury after having like surgery and rehab, they shouldn't come back absolutely badass and be able to take on everybody, but still come back a year later and annihilate everyone.
Yeah, but that Triple H does though. That's what Triple H does.
But I think it'd be cool if Triple H did go solo. Like the Divas division is definitely picking up.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, WWE just makes no sense. So if Stephanie, if there was a general manager, it was their own not a separate show, but almost a separate portion of the show in a sense, and have someone like Stephanie actually be a general manager of the Divas.
Right.
Like a female in charge of the women's division.
Uh-huh.
Sort of like her own thing to sort of sidetrack her from getting in the mix of Triple H and Roman Reigns rivalry, because the whole authority thing's kind of like dragged out and boring now. The whole storyline with the authority just screws everyone. So it'd be good if it was actually like a solo rivalry, like them two on their own, like battling back and forth, as opposed to authority still using the power to screw Roman Reigns with Triple H taking charge.
That is kind of the point of the authority, though, and that's why it's gone on a bit too long. I think it's the authority thing. Probably they probably need to put that to bed soon, or like to really like reinvent it, because I don't think it's super engaging anymore. The whole authority thing. I don't know. I feel like it's not a great idea. This whole Triple H coming back in Roman Reigns' business. I mean, as a one-off WrestleMania event, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I don't know. I'm not sold on it anyway.
They've invested too much time and like too much storylines in that rivalry, so they can't stop it now. It has to go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but
well, then again, Goldust and Stardust,
that is true. Like they do.
Never want to main event anything like.
Yeah, but still, it's a scenario of WWE stupidity, or just how it's nonsensical, like the way they had that rivalry and just scrapped it, just like disappeared out of nowhere. Now Goldust is back and don't even acknowledge that Stardust and Goldust are connected.
Yeah, but that storyline didn't involve Triple H, so they could just drop it whenever they wanted to. But this one does involve Triple H, so they can't drop it. They have to stick with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Those are the rules.
But so prediction, I'm not even sure Brock will win, because if it's Triple H versus Roman Reigns, you'd imagine it'll probably be for the title. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Brock makes sense. What I would actually like to happen is if the Wyatt family take charge of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
All four in the ring at the same time, and then it makes sense if like badass like characters like Brock Lesnar gets eliminated by like four of the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
And then at the end, have Luke Harper turn face and take them all out and win themselves. When they're supposed to make Bray win.
That's an interesting theory. I can't see them going with that one, but you never know.
I think a Bray Wyatt champion run with the title would be good.
Me too. And I think that idea of the Wyatts all ganging together in the Rumble, when the Rumble's for the title, that totally makes sense. But the problem that the WWE have is the whole road to WrestleMania thing. They have the Royal Rumble in January, and then they have WrestleMania in March or April.
Yeah.
And so that means for those 3 or 4 months, like whatever happens at one is gonna, like they don't have a whole lot of time to work with stuff. They have to set stuff up at the Royal Rumble and finish it off at WrestleMania. That's pretty much the way they do it. So when whatever happens at the Rumble has to have some kind of effect on WrestleMania. If the Royal Rumble was in like June and it was like this, Roman Reigns had to defend his title, there is every possibility that Bray Wyatt could pull that kind of shenanigans and win the title that way. But for them to do it now, that would mean that either Bray Wyatt's going to be in the main event of WrestleMania, or he's going to lose the belt between now and WrestleMania. That's what that means.
Yeah.
That's the trick. Or what they could do is what they did before, where they put the belt on somebody like Bray Wyatt, and then just have Reigns versus Triple H non-title be the main event at WrestleMania anyway, because that's what they do.
But it wouldn't. It shouldn't main event. It was not a title match. Like
exactly.
I know even at WrestleMania main events have sometimes not been a title match, like Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. That wasn't main event. Undertaker headlined the WrestleMania. I think it was Shawn Michaels against maybe.
The second Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. But it has to be that kind of caliber of a match. It could, like, Roman Reigns really isn't like not a title on the line, but still main event kind of guy, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. They always seem like they seem to have kind of painted themselves into a corner.
But they've got to be careful because like they've tried so hard. It's finally prevailed of the fans actually backing Roman, but like still not everyone's sold on him.
Yeah,
so they've tried so hard. If Reigns wins the Royal Rumble, the fans are just going to turn on him all over again.
That's exactly it. That's their problem. Now that they've written it so that either Roman Reigns wins the Rumble, and looks good, but the fans hate him, or Roman Reigns loses the Rumble and has a combined championship reign of about 2 weeks
Yeah.
with 2 reigns, and then looks like a joke, and then how is that going to help? See, you got to think these things through.
No, that's a good point. I forgot it hasn't been that long at all since he's won the title. You know?
No, like he is now a 2-time champion, which is it's kind of silly. You know,
he's a tricky character. He's real. It's like they're putting so much effort into him being the main attraction of the shows, but he's a tricky one to work because of the fans, really, most of.
Yeah, but you know, fair play to them for sticking with it, right?
I know, but like in fairness, I think it's been a long time coming. He needs a bit of a gimmick change in some way. He needs like maybe his own music and coming down the ramp, you know, something.
Well, I like him coming out through the crowd. I think if you're gonna push him as a champion, that's a good way to do it. Because then, like as a face, he gets to kind of like interact with the crowd, and they're all happy to see their champion right there. That's a good idea, you know. I like that.
I like the walking through the crowd thing, like Edge and Chris used to do. It was cool, but I just think he needed some sort of a mix-up or like a change.
Would you keep him a face or would you turn him heel?
Well, they've tried so hard and they finally made it work as a face, so maybe keep him as a face just because it's like been hard work to do it. I'm just trying to think, what's the balance like for heels and face, like top draws at the minute?
There's probably more heels than there are faces.
Yeah, you've got the League of Nations, you've got
Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Well, that's really it, though, isn't
that?
Lesnar's sort of somewhere in between.
Lesnar's a bit of a tweener, yeah.
Triple H is a heel.
Yes.
Yeah, then face is really all for face at the minute with injuries and that is really just Ambrose and Reigns.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you can't really completely throw the balance off, you know. But then again, you will.
Saying, get Harper on the face side.
Harper is not in the Rumble. If Vader were in the Royal Rumble, then Harper.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, now. Harper's good though.
Harper's class. I love Harper.
What is your obsession with Harper? Harper is never going to be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
He's not though, but he's a really good wrestler.
He is good.
He's really good for the size of him.
Yeah.
But the problem with the Wyatt guys is like where do they go disconnected from Bray?
But
don't disconnect him from Bray.
Exactly.
Bray.
Don't disconnect him from Bray. What you should do is make them into the fucking stable they should have done 2 years ago with Bray on top, and then the two guys as your tag team champions, and then maybe if you wanted to have Braun Strowman as a singles champion. Even if it's not for that long, you got to build them up and make them look like a bunch of legit guys. Because right now they're just kind of hopping around and doing nothing of any kind of note, you know.
No, it'd be cool though to see Bray as champion. He could do like the whole thing where he's like brought righteousness to the WWE title, you know, and things like that, and how it's precious, sort of like a mad obsession with the title, you know.
Yeah.
It would be good. Like Bray's brilliant. Like a WrestleMania with Bray Wyatt in the main event would be amazing.
Yeah, we think it would, but they don't think it would be good, obviously. They're like, nah, Triple H, put Triple H in, he'll do.
I like Triple H. What is everyone's beef with Triple H? Triple H has always been the badass game.
I like Triple H, but I don't see why he has to keep coming back. Like, surely he's retired. Why did he have to come back last WrestleMania? Why does he got to come back this WrestleMania?
But like, why does people not have that same sort of beef with like the likes of legends like Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and Jericho and things like that?
Well, I did have that same beef with Undertaker. Jericho is coming back and he's not doing anything of note, which is silly. You know, he's just turned up. I'm like, well, there's nothing there. Shawn Michaels is the exception to the rule because Shawn Michaels is just the greatest wrestler of all time. So don't be ridiculous. Obviously, you jump at any kind of chance to have Shawn Michaels on your show.
And if Michaels had a match, I don't think he ever would. He seems to be happy retired, but it'd be awesome to see Michaels return and have like a one-off match.
But that's it. Shawn Michaels is happily retired, and he's retired. So that's it. That's the end of it. How come Triple H can't retire?
They were so close, weren't they? 1 year. Like it was like teased that Michaels versus Daniel Bryan. I think they sort of teased that on CM Punk versus Triple H.
Yeah.
That same year, but then Punk went and ruined everything.
Yeah, see, that would have been sweet, but like Shawn Michaels has his head screwed on right, and he's like, I'll turn up every once in a while, but I don't need to wrestle anymore. Because I like shooting stuff. That's what he likes to do.
Michaels is awesome. He never lost it the whole time. Sure, didn't even to the end. Like he still kept his great abilities. You can sort of see a bit of slowing down Undertaker. Then again, Undertaker's still awesome too. I don't know. He had one bad WrestleMania match I remember, and it made you think Taker should have passed it. But then he's had really good matches since he returned. That Hell in a Cell match really surprised me how good it was.
Yeah, it was pretty good, but
it wasn't match of the year good. Let's get that straight, by the way.
Oh, what was match of the year?
That was match of the year, the Hell in a Cell.
No, but what do you think is match of the year?
The Royal Rumble being triple threat for the title, Brock, Cena, and Rollins.
That was pretty good.
It was just there was just loaded good spots. It just kept constantly going. You're like, oh shit, more stuff was happening.
Yeah.
I would have voted Cena versus KO at Elimination Chamber for match of the year.
Oh, what? That was good.
Which one?
The first one, the one where Kevin beat him.
Bullshit.
That was a really good match. That was really good.
Never in a million years was that a better match than the triple threat at Royal Rumble.
Well, maybe in a million years. You got a shot. That was a really good match.
That was really the downfall of Cena. He hasn't really been the same since. The big guy on top.
Well, I was gonna say both of those matches you nominated have Cena in them for match of the year. How about that?
But that's Cena though. People just like to hate on Cena, but I mean he's always putting on top quality matches with the wrestlers.
He is pretty good.
He's not one of the best in-ring performers of all time, but he knows how to work a match.
That is true. That's true. Nobody's going to debate that, I don't think.
We don't want to turn this into a Cena cast.
No, let's not do that.
Although I actually did think this earlier today. Do you think Cena will ever hit that record of Flourish?
Probably, yeah.
Do you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's really took a back seat of the title picture though.
He has for the last year. He probably has. But you think about it, how much longer is John Cena going to wrestle for? He could probably wrestle another 5 to 10 years.
Probably, yeah.
And
after that, he can do the part-time bullshit that the Brock are doing now.
Exactly. And so there's plenty of time for him to win the title a bunch more times,
I don't know. Can you see a WWE past Cena? It's so weird.
Yeah, there's no Cena on WWE now.
It's pretty good.
He's just on the shelf,
Yeah.
He only wrestled one match in the last 3 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but it would just be weird without Cena.
Not that weird though, because Kevin Owens gets more TV time, which is good.
But right now they need a huge face. They've a face wrestler.
Yeah.
Because they just they always push Ambrose so far, but never give him the top role.
Yeah.
And the fans just can't work out if they like Roman Reigns or not. So they're two top faces right now, and one doesn't get to push to the top, and the other one people are unsure of. You know what I mean? It's it's weird to have at a time when there's no big, strong, really out there faces. Way ahead of the rest. You know what I mean? And even Daniel Bryan isn't the great leader of the face section. I know everyone I know that the fans' reaction to Bryan is he is the top face, but I don't think Bryan can hold it.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I think he's done pretty well.
He's amazing, but sometimes he just lacks on the connecting with the microphone when he's a face.
Well, that doesn't always necessarily reflect your top face. Your top face is the guy who gets the best cheer, right? The guy who's over the most should be your top face.
Imagine how apeshit the fans would go if Daniel Bryan won the Royal Rumble.
They would freak. They'd freak. That would be pretty sweet.
Bryan's pretty much clear, doesn't he?
He says he is. He says he is, right?
He says he is, and independent doctors say he is, but WWE's doctors.
Yeah.
What's he going to do?
He's starting to publicly tweet that he wants cleared, and he wants to fight the Bullet Club when they come in and so.
Which would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, him and AJ Styles would be
That would be nice.
That would be,
That would be nice.
Pretty much anyone in AJ Styles would be pretty class to see.
Yeah, Ziggler and AJ Styles could be pretty cool.
What about him? What about AJ Styles wins the Rumble?
It's a possibility.
So what? So forget how you think it's going to play out. Who would you want to win the most? First question as a fan. So what was your ideal? Just throw all reasoning and rationale out the window. Your or like who you'd like dream of to win, but also then who would you want to win in your interesting storyline mode going forward? Because maybe the guy that you ideally want to win, you just got like love for this person, but like maybe ideally going forward in storylines, it wouldn't really be great storyline or viewing. So like, what's your top 2 pick? Ideally, like because you're just a big fan of them, no matter how ridiculous it is and how unrealistic it is, and also who you'd want to win because you think it would make cool storylines going forward. Like throw all the like Triple H, Roman Reigns business out the window. Imagine it wasn't an option of title match at WrestleMania.
Ideally, it would be a toss-up between Ambrose and Kevin Owens.
That is exactly what I was about to say. That's unbelievable.
Storyline-wise, I would say Ambrose.
Yeah, because it's built in. But yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, if it was storyline, it would be Ambrose, because then you've got Ambrose versus Reigns. That's locked in. But then, if you just want like a badass fucking champion, stick the belt on Owens and just let him go, you know?
I'm not sure. I would say Ambrose, like, for ideally. But I would also like love a complete shocker, like if it was ideal, you had to throw all sense out the window, like one of the lower down guys, you know, just for a complete shock moment.
If it were me, I would, and you know, hypothetically, if you know all the cards were in order or whatever, if everything was, if all the stars were aligned, I would have Cesaro come back. I know he's injured, but I'm like,
oh yeah, like
if it was perfect, I would just have him return at the Rumble and then just bam, that's it, deal with it. Cesaro's your champion.
Oh yeah, that would be 100% mine as well, like Cesaro. But like the whole thing, like I mean, people that actually can win, even though someone like Stardust is never going to win it, but still he actually has like he's still in the running in a sense where like Cesaro is completely gone, you know.
Yeah, but like Adam Rose, he can still win it, but he's not going to win it.
Yeah.
No, he's not going to win it.
Imagine they did something like that. Imagine because they're really desperate for ratings and they're just going. You're in desperation mode.
I don't think that's a good way to get out of desperation mode.
Well, no.
No.
I don't think there's anything going forward that Adam Rose.
That's not a good. I mean, with the shitty way they've been booking him so far, for him to just be their heavyweight champion, that's not going to end well for anybody.
Storyline wise, though, I would actually, like I said, I think it would be pretty cool if Bray won, to see where he'd go with it and who he would rival.
Yeah, I would love for Bray Wyatt to win it. I think that would be sweet.
Or the Big Show. Could you imagine? Oh my God, Big Show win it.
Oh yeah, the Big Show never wins that
heavyweight
title, right?
He won that goddamn Andre match, didn't he?
He did win that, yeah.
That was fucking.
That was a classic, wasn't it? Stone Cold Classic.
Ridiculous.
It was so good. Well, yeah, that's how you do it. Whenever you're in trouble, just stick the Big Show in. Ratings have risen because we put the Big Show on TV. Can you believe this? All we had to do was fucking put the Big Show on TV.
Have you heard of any? No, I don't even want to know. But is there talks of surprise entrants? Just answer that. No, like don't tell me who they are. But have you heard any talks of surprise entrants coming in? Like, as in, like, you know, someone from the past or whatever.
Tugboat.
I haven't heard of anything, though.
No.
I did hear that they were trying to like keep it secret that they were signing AJ Styles and they were just going to slip him in.
Nice.
But then the story broke, so that's off the table.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I hear Jericho wants. I don't know if it's Jericho wants this, but there's talks of Jericho Ambrose for IC title WrestleMania.
That would be interesting.
Planted the seed for that the last time Jericho was back. He teamed with Ambrose and Reigns, and then he sort of shoved Ambrose afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, forget about that. That's clearly so WWE because they haven't mentioned it or at all.
They never do though. If it's 3 months old, then it didn't happen.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe it'd be cool to have Jericho. Like, imagine like Jericho Triple H, something like that. That'd be cool.
Jericho versus Triple H.
I know, like that's doesn't make sense. But an ideal storyline or match at WrestleMania, I think it'd be pretty cool with Jericho Triple H.
Well, I'd like that better than Triple H versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because then at least you got 2 part-time guys beating the fuck out of each other, and then you can build up the rest of your roster the way it's supposed to be built, you know?
Yeah. I don't make Triple H the main attraction, though.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the problem. I'm like, you know, Triple H can fight Roman Reigns anytime. But Triple H versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the belt seems like they couldn't find anybody else to fight Roman Reigns, or they haven't done a very good job of building somebody up enough to fight Roman Reigns for the belt, and that's their problem. That's their fault.
I don't know. I think they've been throwing a lot of weird stuff out lately on Raw. You know, like just Vince coming back and being a special referee in the main event and making this weird match to begin with, or how it's for the title.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be surprising.
But that's it. They're just like, it seems like they're just pulling stuff out of their ass every week now. Like, they're just like, wow, we'll just make it up on the fly every week and see what happens, you know? And it doesn't seem like it's all very well thought out, and I don't really like it that much, you know?
SmackDown's getting really good.
I watched SmackDown the other day, last
this
week.
week's, but from what I've seen, it's good.
I liked it. I liked the new commentators. They're all, he was good.
Where the new commentator even talks about what's happening in the match.
I
noticed.
That's nice.
It's a phenomenal idea that he's had.
It's crazy.
I noticed that. Yeah, who is he?
So he used to comment on like Pride FC and stuff.
Right.
I can't remember his name. It's like Mano or Moro or something weird.
Nice.
You can't beat the old school classic though. JR.
JR and the King were so good together. Because JR was so serious, and he was able to like make commentating sound like a conversation, which was really good. Like, you got into it because he was just kind of he was talking to you. He wasn't talking like down to you or, you know, around you. He was just talking to you. Whereas with Michael Cole, I feel like, you know, Michael Cole. I hate Michael Cole. He's just no good, and he makes it seem like he's kind of barking stuff at you. You know, like you're not part of the conversation. Whereas JR kind of drew you in and made you feel like you were part of the whole show. You know.
Yeah, Cole's not a great commentator though.
He's not a good
he's
lead
a great commentator compared to JBL.
No.
JBL really annoys my life. And
JBL beef.
I and a fairy inferno with death.
JBL beef.
If I had to pick between Michael Cole and JBL, I'd probably pick JBL. But I mean, if it were me, I wouldn't put either of them on commentary.
No, I wouldn't do it.
I'd do something else.
They always mix it up. You knew JR King, two guys. That was your commentators, color commentator, and what we call JR's
play-by-play.
Yeah, you two commentators. You knew who were getting pretty much every show. Now they mix it up all the time. It's always JBL and Cole in it.
But they don't always work together. That's the problem. I'm not a big fan of the 3-man announcer booth anyway.
No, what's that about? Why did they introduce a third person?
I don't like it. I'm not a big fan. I didn't like it in WCW, and I don't like it in the WWE. I don't think that was a good idea.
No. Heyman was another great commentator. But
Heyman and JR worked together really well. Yeah. Heyman was really good.
That's kind of almost like two play-by-play, isn't it? Really?
No. Heyman was definitely the color.
Color, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, but yeah, it makes sense.
I like. I was watching some old matches on the network whenever I did have it, and Vince McMahon and Jesse Ventura are brilliant as announcers. They are so good because Vince is doing play-by-play, and Jesse Ventura is the color guy, but he's still able to tell everybody about, you know, whenever you used to hear William Regal on NXT commentary. Do you remember this? Jesse was like that, but he was a heel, so he was still able to like big up the heels and, you know, shoo away the faces, but he could still tell you every move that happened in the ring and how hard it, you know, how hard it hit and what kind of damage it did. So you felt like you were watching a real fucking sport, you know, because Jesse knew his shit, and Vince was just, you know, playing off Jesse. They were a really good team.
I didn't even realize Jesse Ventura was a commentator.
Yeah, man, he's really good.
What's the commentating like over at NXT? You don't really watch NXT enough.
I haven't watched NXT in a while, so I couldn't tell you.
I like Corey Graves as a commentator. He's pretty good.
And
your guy Byron that does SmackDown, he does NXT as well.
Yeah, Byron just looks
okay when he doesn't have JBL sitting there telling him that he's a prick, or which is pretty much all JBL does. It's like, you're a war correspondent, don't say that to his face, and you're a prick Byron, shut up. And just, your fans don't like this guy because he's not going to be around very long. That's just ridiculous things that the commentator should never say.
Yeah.
Byron and stuff, yeah.
Byron, I've noticed, I remember being better on NXT than he is on SmackDown. But like you said, that's probably because of like who he's surrounded by. You know?
Another guy that does NXT as well, but I can't think of his name. But he just does like play-by-play, doesn't talk about anything else, and he does his job quite well.
Surprising.
What if Baron Saxton won the Royal Rumble?
Hey, there's a possibility that he could win the Rumble. Yeah, he could do it.
Hardy Roman Reigns can't. He's got astronomical odds.
Yeah. It's stacked against him.
It's very, very stacked against him.
Everybody else is a first shot, though. Everyone else
got first shot at winning, but Reigns does not have a first
shot. Everybody else is 50-50. But Roman Reigns, the odds are stacked against him.
I liked how, obviously punished Roman Reigns by putting him in this match for the title. I was like, oh my god, what? And it's like, it's just a match. And you won it last year, so,
It's true.
But the whole punishment thing was then the next week, but Roddy was like, telling everyone pretty much to go for Roman Reigns, but where's the real aim? Because, like Roman's just like another participant, just like them now.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's like, everybody should really get Roman Reigns, kind of like Roman Reigns. Even if they get the title, who cares? Who cares if they do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really like it's punishing Roman Reigns. He's just another man in the match.
But that's what I mean. Like, this whole, it feels like probably the last month, like right after TLC, they've just like rushed all of this stuff, and they're playing it week by week, and it doesn't seem to be. It's not clicking right with me anyway. I've been like.
It's like the structure is gone in the main events. It's the same scene.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, all the other stuff is great. I'm loving, Ambrose and Bray Wyatt, and the funny stuff with the US Championship. I wasn't a big fan of the quick switches, but I like Kalisto and Del Rio. There's loads of like all of their undercard is solid. The only problem is they're just making up the heavyweight title stuff as they go along. It's a bit like WCW in like '97. Their mid-card stuff is fantastic, but the stuff at the main event, they're just, making it up as they go along, which is a problem because that's the stuff that gets the most focus. They
probably had a whole plan set out with Seth as champion, and then him getting injured and sort of ruined everything for them. And they're just sort of scrambling now.
Yeah, but again, though, they had that whole title tournament, so they had a month where they were able to like figure out those plans, and then they were able to go from that till TLC pretty well, easy enough. And then it feels like right after TLC they were just like throwing their arms in the air and going, we don't know what to do, we've got no more ideas. It feels like they were on a track, and then it just all got derailed somewhere, which is not so good.
Yeah, I don't think they should have give the title to Roman Reigns just like that quick after Sheamus being champion. I don't know.
No.
I didn't feel Sheamus as champion, but given if he had to show a bit more of an angrier side, like an angry heel, and he had to work more with the League of Nations.
Yeah, exactly.
Something was building there with the League of Nations,
Yeah, and then they just cut it down to size, and the League of Nations look stupid because they have no champion anymore. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that either. I don't see why they couldn't have just spent this month building all of that stuff up to the Royal Rumble, and then you would have had Roman Reigns would look good, Sheamus would look good as champion, plus League of Nations would look good. But instead, they just kind of like jumped the gun, and now Roman Reigns kind of looks good, but not that good. And like you said, the odds are stacked against him, but they're not really stacked against him. And Sheamus doesn't look like fucking anybody. Like, he just continues to look like a joke. It's not a good way to book people.
Yeah. I'll be pretty pissed if Roman or Brock wins the Royal Rumble. As much as I like Brock, I'm sort of just tired of the whole, here Brock Lesnar, he's going to kill everyone. No, well, that's actually something I love about Brock Lesnar, but not if he's for the title, because then it always just ruins the title scene. So
I don't want Brock or Triple H to win because it would mean 3 out of the last 4 years you've had a part-time wrestler as champion.
Yeah.
WrestleMania, which is ridiculous.
That's no good.
Yeah. But no, it'd be cool though. Like, I think it'd be awesome scenes because, like, it's one of those things where, like, everyone's got a shot now. Like, everyone actually really has a shot. I think it'd be so cool if, like, there's just something you just did not, like, expect to happen. Like, the scenes, you know, of them winning the title after, you know.
Yeah, they've set it up that they could have a real big surprise moment, and then really shift in the tone.
But the problem is they put too much, they invest too much in one or two guys and too much in the focus storyline around them guys that they're not really planned for a surprise. You know, someone that deserves a shot or someone that could be really good in that role. They don't really plan or have enough faith to, like, just go ahead and put someone like that in.
Yeah, that's the problem. They don't book people properly. They book, like, two guys, the two, like, big guys, and then if those two guys go down, like they have recently, then you know, they got nobody to fucking back it up because they haven't done a very good job of, like, actually building up their wrestlers.
I hope Seth comes back with a new kind of new attitude and focus, and just as fully runs on his own, no authority.
Yeah, I think he is going to come back as a face. Just the way, like, his tweets about how much he appreciates the fans' response when he went down and stuff. And he's going to come back as, like, the hero.
But the fans, the sort of the one about Seth Rollins wrong too. That like made it look Seth Rollins is awesome, you know, but they made it look too much like he was a baby that needed the authority.
Yeah,
it wasn't a good way to look. It wasn't a good way to have your champion. You know, like
that's the way they do with every heel. Like Triple H could never do shit without Evolution.
Yeah, but the thing with Triple H, because I was discussing this with someone else, but the thing with Triple H was he was always the aggressor, though. Like he was always a badass. He never like.
But that was the problem, was that Triple H always had backup. Triple H always had a sledgehammer. Triple H always had DX. Triple H always had Evolution. Triple H always had Shawn Michaels. Triple H always had a guy in his corner every time.
Yeah. Even last year at WrestleMania, he pretty much beat Sting because he had one extra guy.
Yeah.
On his behalf.
Exactly, man. Triple H always had everything. In his corner.
But the thing was, I was trying to get at was, even though he had help, he never ran away from people or like was scared of them. Like Seth's always scared of his opponents. Like every opponent he has, he's like afraid of. You know, like even like Dean Ambrose, who he's confident he could beat all the time, he's still afraid of him. You know, and like Triple H wasn't really afraid of people. He was cunning and used all the people that he had that way, but he still wasn't afraid of these people, and he realized that he did have this backup also. You know, like even like Triple H got wars, you know, like Mick Foley and Triple H, you know, like it was very heated, very much like Triple H wanted to kill him as much as Mick wanted to kill Triple H. Yeah. You know? Like, but Seth's always like sort of carding away and like and he's afraid of any name you mention is going to fight for the title, and he's like, I don't want to fight that guy. you know, and it's like it isn't a good way to make your champion look, even though Seth's awesome, you know, he's awesome in the mic, awesome in the ring, you know, but they just made him too much of a wimp. And like even when he came back on Raw, I thought like the response would have been like crazy, you know, like when he came out to like accept his Slammy.
Yeah.
But like the reaction of the fans wasn't really over the top, but Seth should be the guy. You know, like, he should be getting the biggest reactions. I believe, like if utilized right.
Yeah, but that's it. That's the problem. If utilized right, but that's harder to do than to say, apparently.
Like it's so annoying when they like just ruin people. You know, like Wade Barrett or Wade Barrett. Yeah. I always get confused him and Bray Wyatt.
They're almost the same person, right?
But Wade Barrett, like he had something going on, like but they just sort of turned into a joke where he just has this smile and like, you know, like cocky English smile and laughs and everything, you know, after he says something.
A cocky English smile.
It is. It's so weird thing.
That goddamn smile.
I don't know.
Well, no, I agree with that though. They have done a really good job of fucking Wade Barrett over. Because he was getting over with the bad news thing, and they said, no, that's not good. We don't want that. We'll do something else.
And he must have worked his ass off.
Be a king for a while.
Yeah, and that's a good way to kill the heat.
His t-shirt's pretty cool. The crown and the Union Jack thing's pretty cool.
If you say so.
I don't know, the King's gimmick has never worked for anyone. I don't know why they keep trying to do it.
The king gimmick works for the king. It only works for the king. Only works for Jerry Lawler. Like, why have another king if the king is Jerry Lawler? You can't have two kings. It's silly.
King Booker?
Game of Thrones has like 5 kings for a while. Thrones is awesome.
Yeah, but
King Booker, Connor, because King Booker didn't work. He was shite.
King Booker!
Booker T was great. King Booker was a joke.
That's exactly it. Like, Booker T was great, and then they gave him a crown and they gave him the belt. I'm like, well, why? He was like so much better before that.
Pre-King.
Yeah, what are you thinking? But you know, you never know what those guys are thinking.
Anymore. There's no Spinneroonies from King Booker.
It's a shame.
His name wasn't King Booker; it was Booker.
Oh, thank you.
It was still Booker.
But yeah, someone like Wade Barrett. I would actually love Wade Barrett win the title, but now it would mean nothing. The fans would be like, "What? Why is that guy win the title?"
Exactly.
You know,
yeah,
you know?
they've missed the boat on Wade Barrett for sure.
Oh, big time! Worked his ass off. Got in great shape, and the bad news bar was over with everyone. He was getting huge reactions from the crowd again.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
And then just fucked it up.
That's the end of that. And I'm like, well, you guys are idiots. Like, how can you not see that this is like it's like printing money? It's right there. Like, everybody's getting over it. The shirts are selling. You know, just let him do what he wants to do. And like, nope. Cut the legs off this. This is no good. I don't understand why they do that so often with like their mid-card stuff. Is that once they start getting over it, they'll just cut the legs off him, and then that's the end of it. Like, Zack Ryder was getting over it, they cut the legs off him. Damien Sandow got over by himself, cut the legs off him. Bad News Bart was getting over it, cut the legs off him. Like, these guys are getting over. Fucking push them, you know? Give them something to do. Doesn't make any sense.
Damien Sandow, like, now they've got this social outcast of, like, people who have been shunned off TV. Sandow, not, like, the leader of that.
Yeah, he's not even good enough to be in that group. That is the worst. That's gotta be the biggest slap in the face, man.
I think if you replace Adam Rose with Sandow, Adam Rose doesn't work for me at all, but I think if you replace him with Sandow, that could be really good.
Well, you remember
you need to get Slater out of there too.
What Heath is the leader? How are you going to get the leader gone?
Wade Barrett was the leader in Nexus once, then he left.
True.
No.
Get Heath out. Just keep the shit.
I don't know what.
Curtis Axel and Bo are great. Them two can do it by themselves, or add Damien.
Well, Connor, do you remember I was saying to you, I thought what would have been a great tag team was Bo Dallas and Damien Sandow as the intellectual savior of the masses. Because right then, you don't got to write shit. All you got to do is you put those two guys together and go, you are the leader of the Bo Leavers. You want everybody to, and the other guy, smart guy, you tell everybody that they should be Bo Leavers. Go, do it. And they'll just go out there and just fucking nail it. That doesn't take any kind of creative thought whatsoever. That's a good pairing. Those guys would make a great heel tag team. And it's right there. Why don't they do that? But no, that makes too much sense. Let's keep Damien Sandow off TV and throw Bo Dallas in with a bunch of other guys that don't make any sense either. I don't know.
As far as the Heath thing goes, I don't know why, but Heath gets like so much love from like fans.
I don't.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I disagree with it.
And are they just liking him because he is like an outcast totally, and like
I think so.
Just that kind of that's all I can really believe.
I think that's what it is. I think that they see this guy and they go, he deserves more. I'm like, well, does he? Like, no offense to the guy, but like, he's done pretty well for himself so far, and I'm sure he's made an awful lot of money off it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't. I think it's just the sake of liking him because he's so like. He's probably like the worst on the roster.
Probably, yeah.
Although right now, I do believe Heath Slater will be trending. Like, people are doing this whole hashtag get Heath Slater the IC title.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything though. All that means is that more people are paying attention to the WWE, but that's all they care about. They don't give a shit about Heath Slater. They're like, well, no, we're gonna make you tweet about him, and we're going to talk about the tweets, but we're not going to put him on TV that much because you're doing our jobs for us,
All about the tweets.
Exactly, man. That's all they talk about. Go, hey, thanks for talking about us. Now that means we don't have to, but then they do it anyway because they're idiots,
Let's see.
Can't give him the IC title. The IC title's actually doing well with it.
Yeah.
Ambrose.
Exactly. That would be a bad move.
If they're going to follow it up with Ambrose and Jericho, that's even better. And then Ambrose tweeted today that he wants to fight Samoa Joe at some point, to bring him up and do that.
That would be good. That would be good.
A great run of IC title feuds.
That would be very good.
Right the fuck away from it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Maybe the US title, but not really doing anything. Never into that.
But he said the only title he ever wanted was the Intercontinental title.
Well, he can't have it.
No.
No.
Sometimes the boyhood dream doesn't come true, right?
Yeah, he's just gotta live with it. That's life, man.
Fair play though for wanting that IC title. That's a beautiful title.
Everybody wants it though. Just because he wants it doesn't mean he can have it.
Look, here we go. I love Ambrose.
He didn't turn off to steal it last year when that started was
Exactly. If he wanted it, why didn't he go get it?
We've got quite a lot of tweets in here.
Oh, do we?
I love Ambrose, but hashtag Steeler IC title shot. Hashtag Steeler IC title shot. Give the guy a chance. He deserves it.
Right, Connor, I was just criticising WWE for reading tweets on there.
I can't believe you're reading tweets on our podcast, man. That's despicable. These aren't even our tweets.
Okay, there's literally only maybe 9 tweets here, so maybe
9. Nice. Oh, they did their best.
Yeah.
They tried so hard.
Yeah, the last tweet was sent like 11 minutes ago. I got his day. I think he's not going to get a title shot.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
Some people are just crazy for wrestling, aren't they? Like this guy's called Dean Moxley.
Yeah, I've noticed that sometimes it's really creepy when you see like these like fan accounts on Twitter, and you see how like seriously they take all this. You're like, this is weird, man. You guys should like maybe do something else. You know, like watch a different show once in a while instead of like obsessing over all of these wrestlers. It's a bit much.
This guy's like added a picture, so it's like this like really shady black and white picture of him standing behind Paige.
Oh, dude!
Just
that's pretty creepy.
That is so creepy.
The caption saying "I wish," and then he added her.
I wish I could stand behind Paige. Well, as long as you're dreaming, buddy. As long as you got big dreams.
Hopefully, this guy doesn't listen to our podcast. You probably don't hashtag Paige. He might go and listen to it.
I hope he does listen to this, so we can have him on the podcast, so we can talk about his like weird obsession with Paige. Yeah.
He's definitely obsessed here.
Is the rest of the podcast going to be you looking at this guy's Twitter page?
Yes.
Okay, well then maybe we should not do that. How about that for an idea?
That's a good idea.
We're almost at like 50 minutes. Do you want to like try to wrap this up?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Okay, so what do we think? Royal Rumble, is it going to be good or is it going to be bad? Bearing in mind there are like 2 or 3 announced matches for it, and it's next week.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, that's not so good.
Those matches are announced for it. There's the last man standing, the IC title.
Yes.
Which is going to be amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yes, John. Yeah, that's going to be a brilliant match. Yeah.
The Rumble itself is confirmed. They confirmed it. They're definitely doing a Rumble this year.
Is it going to be a Rumble at the Royal Rumble? Yeah.
Oh, you better believe it.
Okay, cool. So
I think they're teasing a women's match, but they haven't made it official yet.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be back in Charlotte.
Yeah.
It will be really good.
But as far as I know, that's it. There's no US title announced. There's no tag team title announced. I mean, they could do New Day versus
Usos rematch.
Yeah.
After his one like 2-day reign. They'll probably fight Del Rio.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Wait, did Kalisto lose the title in SmackDown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
What the hell?
Yep.
King Barrett interfered, but he just kind of standing there.
Remember I told you that, Connor? I'm like, I really hope this doesn't happen, but it's the kind of stuff that they do, and then like the day later, that's exactly what they did.
So I take it then that Barrett's still injured?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what's going on with Barrett. Like, why don't they just write him off TV so he can have like a comeback at some point?
Yeah.
I'm going to stand around and wave at people for the next few months, and then I'll eventually have a match, and people will be like, why hasn't he been having matches?
Well, you know what those guys are like when it comes to consistency and making sense. They're not so good at it.
Really don't think... What are we talking about?
Well, basically we got about 2 matches confirmed for the Royal Rumble, and it's next week. This time next week.
There has to be more matches that we're forgetting about.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna confirm more like tomorrow on Raw, but at the moment I think it's just the two. It's not so good.
So well, in fairness to they're good matches, but because like the Royal Rumble never really does have many matches because the Royal Rumble itself does take over an hour.
True.
So we've got the last man standing match is going to take a long time too because last man standing match always takes long.
Yeah.
And what we got what title matches have we got?
Maybe a women's match.
Women's match and
maybe a tag match.
Did you said there was 3 matches plus the Rumble, or 3 matches including the Rumble?
I think the only ones
just 1 plus the Rumble actually announced so far. But
this is the IC title match.
Yeah.
See, that's what,
actually, it's not even announced. Ambro's just challenged them. Kevin Owens never even accepted the challenge.
No, he did. He did accept it on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Alright.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I think it'd be cool to have like a woman in charge of the women's division, like Stephanie McMahon, and like as a GM kind of role for the women's division.
Okay.
Just because like it is stupid that match hasn't been announced yet, and like you always have to leave to the like it's stupid. You've got the authority there every week, yet you always have to like rely on the commentators telling you what's happened online.
Yeah.
You're like, what matches have been scheduled? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so on WWE.com it was announced that there was a match scheduled between. It's like, well, why doesn't like someone come out and make these calls?
Yeah, why don't they do it on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got plenty of fucking time to do it in the show, right?
Exactly. Why don't they have like Becky going to the authority and like demanding a match against her, or just them coming out maybe saying, "Here's the matches for Royal Rumble."
It's just their way of trying to seem hip and cool and with it and on the internet. If they do some stuff on the internet, then people on the internet will see this and they go, "Hey, that's just for us," you know.
Bullshit.
I know,
but Becky
right?
Lynch, that was an amazing promo of her backstage talking to JoJo, I think.
Yeah.
All fired up. Hope that really pushes her over because Becky Lynch, that'd be awesome to see her as champion.
She's pretty good.
So hope Becky wins the Divas title. Ambrose should win the IC title match.
He should.
I couldn't see. Well, who knows? Kevin Owens is pretty badass. You know, he probably could completely obliterate him and do something chaotic. Because let's face it, Ambrose is probably the one willing to take a bigger hit.
Yep.
I mean, like Hell in a Cell, TLC matches where Ambrose just fucked himself up. So he probably will do something where or he'll accept to do something where Owens just completely annihilates him. So you never know. Actually, that is kind of up in the air. Like I just thought Ambrose is a fighter, and he made the whole point of how he never stays down. But I still think Ambrose should win that match. Who else we got then?
Ambrose will win.
I'd say Ambrose would probably. Well, I want Ambrose to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if either of them won. But I would imagine Ambrose is going to win.
Yeah, especially if they are talking about doing him and Jericho for the IC title.
Yeah.
They keep the title on him to do that.
But that would mean that Owens has to be in the title picture. Like Owens has to be either there for a title or in the main event. You know what I mean? It just who would Owens rival with after Ambrose?
But see, that's exactly my point from earlier. Is that this time frame of WrestleMania, they seem that they have to get all this stuff in place for WrestleMania. But it means that Owens, who is red hot right now, is really, really over as a heel. Like he doesn't factor in the heavyweight championship plans. He's probably not going to fit into the IC championship plans. It's going to be hard to keep him hot till after WrestleMania, whenever they can actually, push him to the main again.
All these returning legends on the show. Some of them need to lose, put someone over. And I think Owens needs to beat one of them.
Yes.
Preferably for me, The Rock, because I think the promos then they would cut against each other would be absolutely phenomenal.
That would be good.
Would love to see him rival with The Rock or Lesnar.
That would be good.
That
would be good.
I just couldn't see them ever, like their top guys like Lesnar and The Rock, especially The Rock. Rock's like a god of that place. I just couldn't see The Rock losing to a guy that's only in his first year.
Yeah, I couldn't see him losing to Owens, but I would love to see the promos for that. That would be sweet.
But where do you go? How do you top? Like, where do you go even from there? Like rivaling with The Rock, that's the thing. That's the thing.
After that, then he can go into the title picture.
Yeah, they just gotta get him past WrestleMania. They just gotta keep him hot after WrestleMania, and then you're sweet.
But losing to The Rock won't do it. Like, like it's not.
Yeah, but he lost to The Rock. Like, if you're gonna lose to somebody, losing to The Rock's not too bad.
He needs to beat The Rock.
No, he won't beat The
Put
Rock.
The Rock out.
The Rock's not gonna come and lose to a guy that's in his first year.
He's a stay-at-home.
No. I was watching on the network old classic WrestleManias, and you know what I've noticed about them? Up until 2003, there was none of this returning legend bullshit. The guys that were there on the card, they were the best wrestlers.
Exactly, that's the problem. They're so bad at building up their own wrestlers.
Triple H needs to lose to Roman. Jericho needs to lose to Ambrose. Rock needs to lose to Woods. Taker needs to lose to Bray Wyatt, and then they can all fuck off together and never come back again.
Pretty much. I mean, it's silly that they keep having to rely on these old guys every single WrestleMania. It's nice to have these matches once in a while, but if Triple H and The Rock and Undertaker are always coming back for every WrestleMania, then where's the attraction? You lose it. It's not that big anymore, and that's the problem.
There's probably going to be 5 returning legends. You've got Jericho, Triple H,
The
Rock,
Lesnar,
and Undertaker.
Yeah.
The card's probably going to be about 8 matches, and they're going to take up 5 of them.
I heard The Rock wasn't going to be wrestling this year, though. I heard he was going to come and make an appearance, but he wouldn't be wrestling because I think he's filming a movie and he doesn't have the right insurance or whatever to jump into the ring yet. Yeah,
I've heard talk that the insurance people for Baywatch wouldn't let him do it.
Yeah, some film he was up to. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but we shall see.
I still want to see him get beat by Owens.
Hey, there's still time. Hey, there's always next WrestleMania.
Or even if he just comes out and cuts a promo at WrestleMania and just a load of people interfere with it, and they cut a promo against the New Day, I think that would be hilarious.
That would be pretty good.
Owens and Heyman can come out for some reason.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Exactly. Paul Heyman, he can do what he wants.
It shows the lack of faith though they have in the current roster, like you were saying about the amount of people returning and do cameo matches.
It's silly.
But at the same time though, that was a great era. Do you know what I mean? They produced just top.
I know, but part of what made that era so great is that they went all in on the guys that they had full time and kept the show being about them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. But it'd be sad just not to see them guys anymore,
Yeah, but that's kind of life. Life happens. People get older and stuff changes. You need to keep things changing. You got to keep it fresh because that's the problem. If you just have the same guys, that's one of the problems WCW had. If you just keep bringing in all the old guys, then you're just watching all the old guys from 20 years ago. Again, what's the point? That's how the WWE kind of got that foothold because they were using guys that didn't have that chance because all these older guys were taking their spot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it would be good to see a Mania with your top guys and put your faith in them because at the end of the day, that's what the fans want to see too. The fans are interested in the current guys, they're more athletic than humans evolved. Just like the wrestlers have evolved. They're better athletes.
Probably Sap can do things in the ring that no one's ever done before him.
Yeah.
So Daniel Bryan and all those guys.
Neville, you've got even Ziggler. He's not as high flying, but he's quicker than most of the guys would have been back then.
Yeah.
You've got Ambrose, who's just it's just like a Mick Foley, only in great shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a combination of Foley and Stone Cold, I think.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that makes sense.
He is by far the best.
A little bit of the Joker thrown in there.
A little bit.
He is by far the best of God going right now, though.
I think so. I think he's one of the best. Yeah.
By clear mile, he's just because he knows his place. Roman, they have to do so much work on him and have to try and mold him and try and find where he fits in. Where Ambrose is confident right now, and he owns it. He just owns what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he's just got the confidence. He can put on a stellar match. So I think by clear mile, Ambrose is the best they've got right now, but he's not really tall and tanned, and
that's it. Ambrose isn't going to be main event in WrestleMania anytime soon because they don't want him to be the face of the company, which is ridiculous because he's so good. You know?
Yeah. See, these days you have to be a handsome devil to be the man.
But tell me about it.
You know,
tell that to Heath Slater.
No, Heath Slater will get his IC title shot. I'd like to see these guys get a chance.
I think Slater's had his chance. All them guys in Socialized Council had their chance. Curtis Axel was freaking Intercontinental Champion for like 6 months, and just nobody cared about him.
Curtis Axel is still in the Royal Rumble. I think you'll find.
Is he?
Yes, he is still in the Royal Rumble.
That annoys me because, like, the first time he came out and cut that promo, Ambrose came out and threw him over the top rope and goes, "There, you're eliminated."
That is true.
I just chose to never acknowledge that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, Curtis Axel. Yeah, can he even enter this year? He's still in the Royal Rumble, let's speak.
I guess, but I don't know if it counts.
He has been announced as being in it this year, so apparently we can.
Right, so he's that's weird. He'll be competing in 2 Royal Rumbles at the same time.
Maybe he could. Yeah. Maybe that could be his gimmick. He could just be in loads of Royal Rumbles at once.
Yeah, I think if they're having him in, they should do the same thing this year and just have him taken out.
Yeah, why not? Right, they may as well.
That actually could happen, you know.
They may as well.
Yeah.
But then he'll start doing the Axelmania thing, and then they'll be like, "No, you're impersonating a racist. Get off TV." We'll all just go around in circles again.
Who's not a racist? Vince is the biggest racist of them all.
Okay, is that? Are we gonna jump into that can of worms right now?
No, I'm just saying, you know.
I feel like that's definitely a topic for another podcast. That one there, we could get a lot of mileage out of that. I think
the whole topic is just the racism of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
No, so finishing on this because I should have went a long time ago.
Yeah, we were wrapping this up 20 minutes ago, man.
Yeah. So predictions for Rumble then. Ambrose, Becky, no, Charlotte will still reign for a while. Charlotte's doing her thing as heel. It'll be Ambrose, Charlotte, but I want Becky to win.
Yep.
And main event. Oh, let's say Mo. No. Let's see. If I had a gun to head, don't think it's Roman Reigns. Like, they're making it too obvious. Roman Reigns, like, oh, you can't possibly win this, which always means you will win this. But they're doing it too much with Roman Reigns. I don't think it makes sense for Roman Reigns to win. I think the fans just completely turn on him. So I gotta go Lesnar, but then I can't really think of what he's gonna do, who he's gonna rival with. Maybe Brock Lesnar and Triple H. Brock Lesnar and Triple H, yeah. Brock, Roman and Triple H.
Interesting.
You know, triple threat, main event WrestleMania could be an option. But gun to head, I'd say Brock Lesnar wins. And I'm okay with that because they haven't built anybody else up, you know.
Yeah.
Like it used to be. Remember, like it used to be like someone that wasn't in the main event scene and like would come out and state their place. You know, like Chris Benoit. God rest his murdering soul. Who else was kind of like that? You know, they came out and they made a statement, and you're kind of like, oh, this guy could win, but they weren't like Rey Mysterio. You know, they weren't.
That was how Austin got his first title shot.
Yeah.
And then he lost that title shot and then had to win the Rumble again the next year to get another title shot before he eventually got his first title.
Nice.
Yeah. But even, there you go. Like, Austin wasn't champion or probably then wasn't exactly in the top spot, you know, when he won the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be cool to see someone it'd be cool to see one of the guys, like the tweener, the mid-card guys, you know, state their place, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen, so yeah, my prediction's still Brock Lesnar.
Nice. You took a long time to get there, man.
I know. I just don't want it to be Lesnar. I'm just trying to think of it. I'm trying to think of a scenario that's not going to be Lesnar, but I think it is.
Okay.
I'm going to do predictions a wee bit quicker than Connor did. Charlotte for the women's, Dean for the Intercontinental, and Triple H for the women.
Nice.
Nah.
I'm gonna say Becky Lynch for the
controversial.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna say Dean Ambrose. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Owens won, but I'm gonna say Dean Ambrose, and I'm gonna say Roman Reigns wins the Rumble as well. That's what I'm saying.
So you're backing Roman and Brock. Now Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I would be really pissed if Triple H won.
Out of all three of those,
yeah,
the one I want to win the most is Triple H. So.
I would be so annoyed if Triple H won.
Also, I want to go back when you said earlier about who I would really like to win in the like fictional scenario that's never going to happen. Finn Balor is my answer.
That would be sweet. That would be sweet.
No AJ Styles in there, no one.
He'll win in 2017.
Nah, he'll he'll be the main event against Finn at WrestleMania in my fictional scenario for leadership of the Bullet Club.
Nice.
I don't think so you can call them the Bullet Club because
yeah.
Okay, that's this whole. But Finn Balor keeps teasing with the T-shirts and everything, and of Bullet Club.
Well, he's been wearing the Balor Club T-shirts for a while, and you know, he was the founder of the Bullet Club before he came to WWE.
Yeah.
So I think it could be associated with him, but then they're coming in with Styles, so I think Styles could be like Finn's lackey, even though Finn's amazing.
Cool.
Have them fight each other at WrestleMania in the main event.
Well, that's never going to happen, but
no, it's not.
Nope.
Said the fictional scenario was throwing out all limitations of realism and just going for what I want. I want Finn Balor.
There's no money in that now. The money lies in the legends.
Yeah, it's debatable.
Finn fucking Balor.
You gotta make the legends first, though. That's the problem.
That's the problem. They don't care no more to do it. They just want the money.
Exactly.
Okay, next week, if anyone's listening, we've got Mick Foley on the podcast. So
we should do. We've also got that creepy guy who's stalking Paige.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully, I'll get in touch with him.
Yeah, let's tweet him right now. Tweet him and say, "Will you be on our podcast?"
Dean Moxley. I'll get his Twitter account back up.
Well, tell him Paige will be on it. Tell him Paige listens, so
yeah.
he'll have to be on it.
Paige gets Paige all hot listening to our podcast.
Oh yeah, she loves us, man. She loves us. And who could blame her?
So I'll get on that.
Tweet him right now while we're on the podcast.
We've got Mick Foley and the Stalker.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
It's a different guy who just happens to be named Mick Foley.
Yeah, some other Michael Foley.
Yeah, Michael Foley, the janitor from one of our high schools. He's still obsessed with wrestling.
Oh my God! Somebody just pushed Michael Foley off the top of the school. He's dead. He's definitely dead.
Yeah, so we'll talk to Michael about being a janitor and being a part-time wrestling fan, and we'll discuss with Dean Moxley the art of stalking.
Of course.
Stalking Dean Ambrose, of course, and
Paige.
Do you think he fantasizes of like a threesome with Mox, like Dean, him, and Paige?
Who doesn't fantasize about that, though,
like
right?
Dean has to be in the picture too.
Yeah, it's got to be in there too.
With Hogan just shouting racial slurs at the moment.
Hulk Hogan. Hey, we brought it back. Hulk Hogan on the streets of Mexico. We brought it back. Can you believe that?
Yeah, exactly.
How do we do
Hogan
that?
Back. Hogan has to be the theme of the show.
Wow. Yeah.
Or the Balabashers. Is that or the Three Amigos?
What do you like better? Three Amigos makes sense. We should do a poll and see what everybody votes for.
I just want to call
just everybody that you think of.
Just call it
6.
Can we call it?
All 6 of you need to vote now.
Well, 3 of the fans are us, I guess. So.
Oh, I didn't listen to the first one, so I'm not a fan.
I say we call it Hogan's Racist Podcast.
Okay, I don't know about that because it's not Hogan's podcast and it's not racist, so we can get in trouble for that.
Sure, we'll get people just tune every week thinking Hogan's going to show up and just start calling Nal like a fucking gringo or something.
Yeah, people are going to listen and go, "Where's the racism? I tuned in for racism."
I care for the racism and the Hogan.
But I stayed for the stalking advice.
Bella Bashers is daft. That's just too all kinds of no.
Three Amigos.
Three Amigos is pretty good. Three Amigos.
Bella Bashers is just a good description of my general feeling towards ballads.
Oh yeah.
Should we? I like you. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love the bash those
really
ballads.
Wrapping things up.
We are so bad at wrapping this shit up, aren't we? All right, so
terrible.
The point is, Royal Rumble's next week. We'll probably do another podcast for the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And then that's the end, right?
I believe so. Next week we'll also give our predictions for every event.
Yes, we will. We'll do predictions for everything.
Even every Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Superstars main event.
Yep.
And Velocity and Heat. Is Velocity and Heat still a thing?
No.
Well, I was gonna make up a show called Velocity.
We'll do it anyway. Yeah.
Matt Hardy should be on the show next week too.
Don't think so.
Matt Hardy lost the TNA title. He's not doing much lately, so
he got it back though.
No way. You already?
Yeah.
EC3 won the tournament.
Yeah, but spoiler.
I don't watch TNA anyway, but
well, that's what's about to happen. Is Matt Hardy's about to win it back.
I did read that they were talking about doing a big Matt versus Jeff title.
Just
full on feud for it.
I thought Jeff was still injured though.
I thought so too, but then I read that he was coming back, like against doctor's orders, which doesn't sound smart.
That's always that's the Hardy way to do things. But we'll discuss that in the next podcast as well, probably.
We'll discuss Ian Earhart's still going. The secret of
how I don't know how, but
you know
that's a story for another day. All right. So
we've got a triple threat for the Royal Rumble. That's how it's going down for us: Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Hunter Hearst. Helmsley the game. Triple H.
Those are our predictions.
Yes. That's not my prediction. My prediction is Roman versus Triple H going to win that.
Yeah, but that's our three predictions are those three men. So.
Yep. So let's put our money where the mouth is. We might have bets going for Royal Rumble.
I'll put a point on it.
Okay.
Beat that.
Yep. Good to go. Alright. I'm out.
Alright.
Okay. This was good.